All right, so I am not a video editing whiz, so I'm trying this. You can see it in my hand, like the blur thing here, so the focal point is on me, because I got a lot to say. So this video is going to be about oh my gosh, I don't have my light on. Let me try this. I can't really tell. This video is going to be about I have 7 questions here that you should ask before you ever hire a digital agency or ever outsource your marketing. Now, I got this list of questions from a guy by the name of Justin Wise. You may have heard of him, you may have not, but he is the owner, the founder of Think Digital. He is incredibly knowledgeable. I've been following him for a little bit. I am in his Facebook group as well, and he has a lot of good information, and I feel that this is something that needs to be spread out more, these 7 questions, and so more people hear it. So these are not my questions. These come from Justin Wise, but I have them on my computer here so that I can go through. They've got some good points, so I'm going to kind of regurgitate it, but it is inspired from Justin Wise himself, so I want to make sure he gets credit here as well. So the reason for these 7 questions is because they were born out of the fact that so many businesses across many industries and many niches are being burned over and over and over again. I say being burned, but they are partnering with agencies that either provide them lackluster results or no results at all. And largely that has to do with most of the blame can be put on that agency. I guess if I want to sound more mature, I would say most of the responsibility should fall on that agency. However, there is a part of responsibility and part of the blame that is to be put on the business owner as well, because you did not properly vet them. You did not ask the right types of questions. You did not properly vet them to make sure that they would be a good fit for you and your business and in your industry. Now, without knowing some specific questions asked, that's hard to put the blame on you that way. But it does need to be said that you, as a business owner, you do need to properly vet everyone that you take on and that you partner with, because you interview the employees for your office as well. So you should be able to properly vet the people that you partner with to grow your business as well. So, sorry that I rambled there for 2.5 minutes, but to start, the first question here is what should be the return on my investment? That is the first thing you should ask. That is first for a reason, because it's the most important. Specifically for Facebook ads or even any other type of PPC model, pay per click, if they're telling you we can get this many clicks, blah, 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 this many likes, comments, or shares on your ads, get out, because this is not a return on investment. They are okay metrics, I guess. You know what? I don't even think so. Those are just vanity metrics. Honestly, they don't even attribute to your return on your investment. And your ROI should be geared towards conversions, whether that is in terms of new clients or new leads. Plain and simple. Anything outside of those two is just simply a waste of money. Number 2. What types of results should I expect to see from this program, this marketing, this strategy, or something like that? It should be conversions. Now, conversions can come in the form of, like I said, new clients, or they can come in the form of new leads. I personally like to aim for new clients because that means money in the bank for my clients as well. So they will be either listed as CPA, as cost per acquisition, or CPL, cost per lead. The agency is probably going to spit out some industry lingo to start, so it's best to know these terms in advance. In a perfect world, they should understand that you may not be using this lingo, these terms every day, so they should be able to provide it in an easier to understand way. But they should be able to, the agencies should be able to meet or beat your existing cost per acquisition or cost per lead. They should be delivering you more leads and clients and customers. Simply going back to question number 1, your ROI. You should be getting a return on your investment. What is your cost per acquisition now? If you don't know this, well, for one, you should, because they're just numbers that any business owner, any business person should know. You should be interested in the metrics that directly relate to the growth of your business. But if you don't know that, I mean, that it's fine, but the agency should be able to help you figure that out very easily. If they cannot figure it out for you, well, they just started doing this yesterday and they do not know what they're doing. So they should be able to tell you what you're doing, give you the benchmarks and estimates that you can expect when working with them, and then either meet or beat them. Question number 4 is how much of my budget is going towards ad spend or management? Traditionally, some agencies like this old method of charging a percentage of your ad spend. So for numbers' sake, let's say they charge 20%, and they say the cost to work with them is $1,000 a month. They are going to put $200 into their pocket, and only $800 goes to advertising. And so you lose out on $200 of that budget right away, right there. So after a couple weeks, you see the ads are not performing. This agency is going to be like, well, you need to spend more. You need to spend more on your ads so that we can do more with it. Well, one, that may be true, but 2, they're just trying to fill their own pockets as well. The incentive is not focused on your results. It's focused on putting more money in their pockets as well. So if someone's doing a percentage of your ad spend, I would strongly advise not to do it. A monthly flat fee pricing structure is so ideal because that agency wants to keep you, obviously. Not saying the other model, they don't want to keep you. They want to keep you, but also it incentivizes them to provide more and more results so that you stay on for much longer. And it's just, honestly, it's easier to budget anyway. So question number 5, how do you know the ads are working? Well, basically you should be getting a report of some type, whether that's weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. You should be able to see these metrics coming in over time. And if you, even if you are not interested in these metrics at all, the agency should provide that as an option for you to receive, just for transparency, just so that you can measure. That stumbled a little bit, so that you can measure your results from the past week, the past month, quarter, whatever it may be. They should be able to provide that for you anyway. Question number 6, what should be included in an agency's monthly management investment? This can be a little bit different, but I would say the bare minimum, and what's on this list here, should be the ad creation, which includes the ad copy and the ad images for whatever platform you're using. It should be campaign creation, pixel creation, setup and installation, audience research, audience creation, persona targeting, daily optimization, and lastly, structured budgeting. You pay the agency, whoever it is, to accomplish these tasks and these goals and to spend your budget intelligently. But the bare minimum, all those things that I listed are literally just minimums to get a campaign going. So if you were to spit these terms out to them and they have no idea what you're talking about, well, again, they probably just started yesterday and they're saying, hey, I want to start an agency, but I don't know what I'm doing. I almost cussed. Question number 7, last one. How long before I will start seeing results? This can vary greatly. It can vary on industry, it can vary on the niche, of course, and market area that you're in, and also the platform that you're using. However, the agency should know and should be able to provide you an estimate of what you can expect for that specific industry if they are an expert in that industry and that advertising platform they are using. Justin puts a good example here. He makes a good point. For some types of ad campaigns, it can take a minimum of 45 days to get the ball really rolling and seeing predictable and sustainable results. So like he says, think of it as a bank. If you were to put in $100 in your checking account on Monday, you wouldn't go back Tuesday and expect to see $200. You're going to be pissed. Also, that is not to being said. Don't ignore the fact that it is not impossible to achieve results overnight, especially with Facebook ads, especially with the plethora of tools and strategies that are out there today. You can achieve those results very, very, very quickly, but it is not always, it should not be guaranteed ever. I know, and when I work with injury attorneys, personal injury attorneys, I can get people results. I can get them leads and new clients within 2 days. I mean, that happens regularly, but I can't guarantee that, because if it takes 4 days for someone to retain their case, they're going to look like, well, I half-assed my job, and they are going to be disappointed. Whereas if I say, hey, it's going to be 10 days before you get a client and I get that in 4, well, hell, I far exceeded the expectations. So it is possible to achieve those results very quickly, but you should not guarantee it. They should not be guaranteed. Go into everything with reasonable expectations moving forward. So I hope those questions helped you out in some sort of way. I hope you got some type of value from that. If you have a friend, if you know someone that could benefit from this, someone who has been quote unquote burned by an agency before, give them these questions as well. You can contact me, leave me a comment below in the caption here, and I will respond to the comments that way. And I can either give you a link to this PDF as well, or point you in the right direction for sure, and as well as get you in touch with Justin too. I have my links down there for Instagram, my personal Facebook, my LinkedIn. Connect with me everywhere. I would love to hear from you and see what you've got going on in your business, and see maybe if we could work together in the future as well. So that being said, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Talk to you soon.